Hello guys, Robot1 here, coming at you with a new Yu-Gi-Oh video, and in today's Yu-Gi-Oh video, we are going to be taking a look at Dark Magicians on Duels and Deck Profiles, a segment on my channel where we talk about decks that are coming out later in the game, already out, or getting future support, or anything along those lines. Show you a deck profile, show you a play style through some games, and just give you an introduction to the deck in general. Now, today, we are going to be looking at Dark Magicians, as I said. Now, obviously, Dark Magicians is a deck that I absolutely adore. Being someone who owns 3 Dark Magicians owned by Yu-Gi-Oh himself, I cherish Dark Magicians. I love them, and heroes are getting more support in Legendary Hero, the Duelist pack coming out in January, and plus, they're also getting other support, which will be out. We don't know exactly when, but I made a video about it this week. Goon of Red Eyes, and honestly, these these cards coming out for Dark Magician make the deck so much better. Like honestly, the deck was like it wasn't the best without these cards. It had the Dragon Knight Eternal Soul Lock with the the Dark Magical Circle, where you could just literally keep banishing cards on the board. But the deck lacked a lot of consistency, being that you needed to open a Rod and you needed or something else to be able to play the game. But the deck got so many cards to boost its consistency, such as Faithful Servant, such as Pot of Extravagance, being able to make fusion monsters a lot easier thanks to the Predaplant Link monster. Like, this deck is so much better going into the future, and I wanted to show it off today. So without further ado, guys, let's get into the video because I'm in a lot of pain from the gym, and I don't want to have to move my arms too much because I'm sore. But let's get into this video anyway. So starting off with the profile, we played 2 Dark Magicians. You don't want to be playing more than 2 Dark Magicians, in my personal opinion. Through testing, I found that the third is not necessary whatsoever anymore. Purely because you've just got so many ways now to get it out of your deck with so much ease that you don't need to have any more than 2 Dark Magicians in the deck. Like, we're playing Free Apprentice and Free Soul, which both get Dark Magician out of the deck. We're playing 2 Red Eyes Fusion that get Dark Magician out of the deck. We're playing Faithful Servant, which top decks a Dark Magician. Like, you only need 2 Dark Magicians because there's just so many ways to get Dark Magician out of the deck now that you don't even need to rely on any other sort of cards to get it out of the deck except for the main archetype cards. So you only need to play 2 Dark Magician now. It's nowhere near necessary at 3 anymore, and so we're only playing 2. We're also playing 2 Phantasme. Now, the reason we're playing 2 Phantasme specifically is because he is a Dragon Effect monster, which will allow us to make our Red Eyes of Dragoon, while also being a pretty decent hand trap, being that if your opponent link summons, special summon this from your hand, and draw cards equal up to the number of link monsters, plus 1, and then put 1 back equal to the number of link monsters. So, very good card in general. It gives the deck that additional resource to be able to draw more cards if it goes second. Plus, it's a Dragon Effect monster, being that it will be able to send it off the Red Eyes Fusion, just to guarantee that we can make Dragoon of Red Eyes. We're also playing Free Apprentice Illusion Magician Girl. Summons herself from hand, makes it easy to spread upon Link Monster, such as Dark Magician, and is also an honest for Dark Spellcasters. Everything about this card is good. You should be playing this up free. Triple Magician's Rod searches any Dark Magician spell or trap card that lists Dark Magician. So the only targets we're really playing are Faithful Servant, Dark Magical Circle, and Eternal Soul. So you want to be playing this at max just so you can have that good normal summon. Like, this is the only normal summon in the deck, and seeing this is very good because it just allows you to search any of these really key cards in your deck. So very good card in general. You want to be maxing out on this. Triple Ash Blossom because it's just a generic hand trap. And the final for the monsters is Free Magician's Souls. This is just a very good card in general, being that it can special summon itself from the hand, or special summon a Dark Magician from the graveyard by special sending a Apprentice Illusion or a Dark Magician from deck to grave. It can send up to 2 spell trap cards to draw 2 cards from the deck. It's just very good, and it even helps us make the Predaplant Link monster a lot easier. So you want to be maxing out on these. Like, these 9 monsters are the monsters you want to be maxing out most on, because 2 of them are free summons, so they help you make the Predaplant Link monster, and then 1 of them is just a normal summon that will help you gain more advantage as well. While at the same time, these cards will help you get advantage along the same way. So 3 of these. One for spells, we're playing 1 1 for 1. I would play more of this if I could, but the reason behind this is it's a free summon and lets us just get to a Magician's Soul. So if we have like dead spell and trap cards in our hands as well, then we can just send cards to the grave, make things easier. So it's just a card that gives us an additional monster on board, which is really nice. 2 Red Eyes Fusion. There are a lot of times where you might roll the Red Eyes Fusion and then you won't be able to do anything else that turn. Or if you want to just save the Red Eyes Fusion, or if you want to make another Predaplant Link monster, then you have the second one to be able to go into another Cocoon. So I felt like 2 Red Eyes Fusion was good here, and it's worked out very well, seeing as I've been able to make the second Red Eyes quite often in testing. So very good. Triple Extravagance. You want to be playing Triple Extravagance. It says draw 2. Triple Faithful Servant searches pretty much, if you've got a Dark Magician in the graveyard, this is the rota for Dark Magicians. It can literally search every Dark Magician card in your deck, be it Dark Magician himself, Apprentice Illusion Magician, Magician's Rod, Magician's Soul, Eternal Soul, Magician's Circle. Like, it can search every card in Dark Magicians, so you want to be playing this at the max number. As long as you've got a Dark Magician in grave, of course. Otherwise, you won't be able to search. You'll just have to place a Dark Magician card on top. If you've got this, then you can put an Eternal Soul on top, get the Eternal Soul. But in general, if you do have a Dark Magician in grave, this is basically a rota for every Dark Magician card in the game, which is very, very good. Triple Magician Circle, Dark Magic Circle. It says reveal top 3, add 1 to hand, and when a Dark Magician is summoned, banish a card. Just more consistency and removal, which is nice. Triple Impermanence, because it's another hand trap. That's really nice. Triple Eternal Soul, because, oh boy, we want to summon Dark Magician back from our graveyard, so we can resolve the second one of this, or so we can banish cards on our opponent's board. Just more ways to remove cards on board. Very good. We also play Free Solemn Strike and Free Solemn Judgment, just because it helps us deal with those more. It just gives us more negates, literally. It just gives us more negates to prevent our opponents from playing the game. So, yeah, more negates, good cards right here. For extra deck, though, we play 1 Link Spider, just at times as you want to be able to remove a Dark Magician from board. So you play the Link Spider, so you can just send the Dark Magician to graveyard, summon it back with Eternal Soul, then banish the card on board. So just 1 Link Spider for that reason. Free Predaplant Anaconda, because we play Extravagance. We want this in our extra deck, so we don't want to banish all 3. So you play 3 just to make it less likely to banish all of them. 1 IP, just so it's an extra deck turn play on our opponent's turn. 1 Phoenix, 1 Unicorn for the IP. 1 Triple Burst Dragon for like any graveyard-esque effects or effects that would activate during the battle phase. 1 Backluster Soldier, because you can make this with a level 7 monster fairly easily. 1 Appaloosa, because you're probably never going to make it, but it's there if you can. 1 Boral Sword, because it helps OTKs if you ever get to that point. Excuse me. 1 Avermax, because if you get to the point where you make this, then it's just a really big body that helps us out things. And then 3 Dragoon of Red Eyes. Same reason we're playing 3 is Extravagance. We want to make sure we always have 1 in our extra deck. So, yeah. So that's the main deck. Let's go ahead and go into a game or 2 now, just so I can show you what the deck does in general. Because honestly, Dark Magicians are a fun deck. I tell you here now. So we're going to attempt to go up against the red Neko. We're going to go with Rock. Come on. He goes Scissors. Haha. So we get to go first. We always want to go first. And we've opened a way to get to everything we want. So we're going to start off with a Magician's Soul, sending to grave a Dark Magician. Then we're going to go ahead and special summon. You want to special summon a Soul specifically, because the Predaplant Link monster only takes effect monsters. So send this to the grave. Then we're going to go ahead and activate Faithful Servant. Faithful Servant is going to go ahead and top deck us a Magician's Rod. And then we're going to go ahead and activate Faithful Servant, which will allow us to draw our Magician's Rod. It's told you, if you got a Dark Magician in grave, it's a rota. And we'll normal summon Magician's Rod. Magician's Rod will then trigger. And we'll go ahead and grab us an Eternal Soul. All right. So we'll then. Oh, we shouldn't have grabbed Eternal Soul then. We should have grabbed Dark Magic Circle, but it's fine. It doesn't matter. Slight misplays on my count. I'm just thinking a few extra steps ahead for no reason. So we're going to go ahead now and activate summon the Predaplant link. Then we'll go ahead and use the Predaplant link, sending a Red Eyes Fusion to grave. And we'll go ahead and summon the Red Eyes of Dragoon, sending a Phantasme and a Dark Magician to the graveyard. So now we've got our negate on board by discarding any card in our hand. Now we're going to go ahead and set these two cards and pass turn. Now, obviously, this isn't the best board. Dark Magicians are a lot better thanks to these kind of cards, but this is not an amazing board by any form of the imagination. If we had the Magician Circle, it'd be a lot better. If we had a Judgment or a Solemn card, it'd be a lot better. But it really does depend at times. So we're just going to let our opponent play for now. He's going to go ahead and add the Alistair. That's fine. Alistair the Invoker. He goes ahead and uses that. That's fine. I'm going to negate the Invocation. Okay. So what you should do here is probably activate the Invocation, but I don't know what he has in the other six cards in his hand are. So we'll see what happens. Oh, bounce. It is not fun going to the gym. Well, it's fun, but it's not the most pleasant experience after. I'm only on my third day. So we're going to go ahead and negate that with the Dragoon of Red Eyes, and we're going to go ahead and discard the... I'm going to go ahead and discard Magician's Soul just because of Apprentice Illusion Magician is an honest. So keep that in hand. Oh, no! Oh, no! What am I doing? Magical Meltdown's on board. I can't negate it. Well, I'm an idiot. I'm a straight up fool. Okay. We should be fine. It's just a slight dilemma. Oh, that's actually really bad though. Oh, that was a mistake. You see, we all make misplays, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelists. We all make misplays. All right, so he goes ahead and makes this. So what do you get if you fusion summons? If you fusion summons, you get a special summon level 4 from the grave. If he has the Invocation, okay. I'm fine with this. If he attempts to do this, I'm just going to imperm it. Shadow Fusion. Okay. Interesting. So he's going to go. So he's playing a Shadow build, and he's going to get a draw and ascend. All right. So he chose not to activate this. He probably needs the extra summon for something then. Okay. So what's he doing? I don't know where he's going with this. So he sends the dragon. Goes ahead and targets my imperm. We're going to go ahead and chain the imperm. Just feel like this is going to be a problem if he attempts to gain the additional summon. So we're going to go ahead and negate that. And we could trigger the rod. We're not going to trigger the rod though, specifically because if we trigger the rod, then we just lose the red dragoon, and you don't want to lose the dragoon. You got to tribute a spellcaster specifically. Yeah, you got to tribute one spellcaster monster. So he's in the battle phase. He's going to attack my anaconda. Weird how he attacked it with the sheep instead of the winder. Maybe he wants to crash the winder? I don't know why you would do that though. I've got my honest as well, so I don't really mind. Does this target? Tell me it doesn't target. If this card is not something. Yeah, it doesn't target. So we get to go ahead and use our Apprentice Illusion Go. So his Winder dies and my thing survives. Okay. He can have the Shadow Fusion back, it's fine. He can't use it again. Alright, and then in the end phase, we're going to go ahead and summon back the Dark Magician. And we'll also be able to trigger the Rod, which will allow us to get more advantage. So, special summon a Dark, and he just surrendered. Okay, so what we're basically going to do from there was, we were going to summon the Rod. Rod was going to go ahead and get us another Faithful Servant, and then Faithful Servant was going to top deck us any Dark Magician card, most likely a Magician's Circle, because Circle is just going to guarantee us a banish, and then we were just going to go in for some big damage, probably killing him with his life points. Yeah, he was dead. So we had game on board. So we basically had game. But let's go into another game, because I did misplay quite a bit in that game, only because I thought a couple of steps ahead. So yeah, let's go into another game. Make sure the forbidden list is right. And let's see what we can do in this game. We're gonna go rock. He goes rock. We go scissors. He goes scissors. Oh, we go paper. He's gonna go rock. He goes paper. Oh my god, this is a rock. The rock. Okay, so with this hand, it's not the best. Purely because we have the 1-for-1 and we don't have a really suitable way to get Dark Magician in the graveyard with this kind of hand. So I think the best play with this hand is to hope to get to Dark Magician with the Magician's Circle. So that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to normal summon the Magician's Rod. Magician's Rod will trigger, and we'll go ahead and get us a Magician's Circle. Now, if we get the Dark Magician off this, we're fine. If we don't, we kind of in a bad position, and we didn't. But we did get the Faithful Servant. So we can guarantee Dark Magician on our next turn, which isn't bad. So we'll just go ahead and top deck those. And then we'll go ahead and set four cards. And then we'll pass turn. So hopefully he can't kill us. We do have 2 disruptions, be it in Judgment and in Impermanence. So we aren't in a bad position. And we also have Faithful Servant to top deck pretty much anything we want for next turn. And we'll most likely top a Magician's Servant. Magicians, yeah, the one that sends Dark Magicians to the grave. So we'll see what our opponent has. So he's playing a Lightsworn deck. Okay. So he's going to summon a Dark Worm. I'm fine with this. Okay. Summons Dark Worm. Rota. All right. Like, I don't see any big issues with this. So he's playing a Danger Package as well. Okay. Sends the Wyvern Buster. That's pretty good. That's pretty good to get rid of now. So I'm happy for that being gone. Like, he hasn't used his normal summon yet, which is the thing that's kind of worrying me right now. Also, if he can just normal summon a Dark Monster, he can make us curious, but I might just Solemn Judgment that. Oh, he makes a Minerva. Okay. I'll let the Minerva go through, but I'll negate its effect. So I'll let the summon go through, but I'll negate its effect. Okay. So we won't let the Minerva's resolve, because that's just going to give him more resources, seeing as he's playing a Lightsworn deck. Okay. Let's see what he's going to do from here. He's got 5 cards in hand. We know he has a Raiden, so he could just normal the Raiden mills 2, but it depends what other cards he has in his hand. That really does debate where this goes. And plus what he mills. If he mills good, we're kind of screwed. Okay, look, that's fine. Milling a JD is absolutely fine in my book. Like, get that stuff out my way now. I don't want to deal with your Judgment Dragons. Okay. So he banished. Okay, so he already had the Dark Dragon then. So he opened both Dark and White. He goes into battlefield. So I'm just going to take some damage here. I'm fine with taking some damage. That's. I don't have any issues with this. But next turn we pretty much just run over his monsters. Okay. Main phase 2. Does he have anything? So he uses Dragon Shrine. Probably put another Dark Worm in the grave. Oh no, he's putting a Destruder in the grave. So maybe he's going to make a Saruja? No. Okay, so in the end phase, we want to chain as well. We want to have a response, putting a Servant on top. So we're going to put a Soul on top, not Servant. And he mills a Wolf and a Glotterbolt. That's very good, but it's not going to help him right now. Okay, so we'll go ahead and activate our Soul, sending Dark Magician to the grave. And we're going to special summon Magician's Soul. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and try to draw a card. Let's see what we can draw. Draw a Judgment. That's very good. Okay. We're going to go ahead and use Eternal Soul now. And it's going to special summon Dark Magician. Is this if it leaves the board? If it's destroyed by an opponent's card. Okay, so we can banish the Minerva and be fine. We'll summon Dark Magician. Soul will trigger. And we'll banish the Minerva. Now, we're gonna go ahead and use the Souls effect, discard 1 for 1. Hopefully drawing a monster. It doesn't get us a monster, but that gives us the advantage for next turn, which is nice. But we can also, thanks to our Link Spider, reasons why we run Link Spider, make the Predator Plant Anaconda. Okay, and now we can go ahead and pay 2k. Alright, you send a Red Eyes Fusion. And we can summon a Dragoon of Red Eyes, sending a Dark Magician and use Grave, and we'll go ahead and summon our Dragoon. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and use Dragoon, and we're going to go ahead and banish the Wolf. No, not banish, sorry, destroy, because it's going to deal the most damage that way. Now we'll go ahead and attack over his Raiden. And we'll go main phase 2, set the Solemn Judgment, and pass turn. So we've got a negate, which will get rid of our Indulgence, sadly, but it's fine. We've got a banish, and we've got 2 Solemn Judgments. So, theoretically, he shouldn't be able to win. But all comes down to what kind of board he can make, what he can get through this. Because he's got the Glow Up Bulb Engrave, which will be a hindrance, because of Glow Up Bulb obviously will mill a Wolf as well. Him getting the Wolf would give him more damage. As long as he can't deal me 21, it should be fine. We're going to negate that, though. That's not resolving. We're going to negate that with the Red Eyes. Alright, so straight up negate that. Can't allow a Monster Reborn to resolve. Okay. So, now he should be using the Glow Bulb. Alright, the Glow Bulb's fine. And he didn't mill the Wolf. That's great. I'm fine with this now. Now, what can he make on this? Because I don't think there's anything he can make that can kill me. But he's just going to go into the battle phase. Okay, I'm fine. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. We're going to go ahead and I'll let the Anaconda die, just because if I leave it on board, it's just going to be a bigger risk going into the game, further into the game. So we'll go ahead and let that kit die. What's he going to make here? Because he's on lethal next turn. He dies on my next turn if he can't make something to stop me. And with Double Judgment and Eternal and a Banish on board, I don't think he will be able to stop me. So we'll see what he can do. But I think I've won. Yeah, okay, so we've won. So we're going to go ahead and use Eternal Soul. And we'll special summon Dark Magician back. Okay. We'll use the Rod. And we'll go ahead and... Yeah, he's dead. So basically, all we really need to do is we banish the Glow Bulb. And we use this to burn him for 1800 damage. And then attack with these 2 cards. Not even 2 cards. Just the Dragoon is enough to kill him. Even the Dark Magician is enough to kill him. So that's Dark Magicians. Definitely a very fun deck. I love this deck to pieces. I cannot wait for these cards to come out into the TCG so I can play these more. But guys, tell me what you think of this deck in Duel. Tell me if there's any changes you would make. Tell me if there's anything you would add. I would really love to hear it, just to improve Dark Magicians on my end as well, because Dark Magicians are just such a fun deck to play that I can't wait to get all this new support. And I hope Konami doesn't short print my Magician's Souls, because I'm going to need those. I'm going to need 3 of those things. I'm going to need 3 of those things. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Rollabat1, signing out. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out the team Facebook as well in the description below. Can't forget that. Later all.